Exactly 1 year ago today, I lost a library. My father passed away. Across Africa, we say that when an elder dies, a library burns. A forest of wisdom is lost. A whole forest falls silent. But today, as we remember him, we don't just mourn. We acknowledge that he has joined his ancestors, and the seeds he planted are still here, waiting for us to tend to them. He was only 9 years old when his mother, Onako, died. 3 months earlier, his father, Egwu, a coal miner in Enugu, had also passed. On her deathbed, his mother made him promise 2 things: study and look after your 3 younger siblings. Standing before the relatives who gathered to decide the fate of 4 orphaned children, that 9-year-old boy did something radical to keep that promise. He spoke up. He named his hunger. He said he wanted to study. In Igbo culture, we have a proverb for this. Onye, ajụjụ, anaghị. One who asks questions does not lose their way. My father asked, and a relative, his kinsman, Godialo, was listening. Godialo took that boy to Enugu and paid the school fees that kept a dying mother's promise alive. Because my father named his need, he found his path. Today, we honor his legacy by learning how to name our own needs. Ndewo no. Welcome to Igbo Daily Drops. I'm Yvonne Mbanefo. Today's episode is a special devotional dedicated to my father, Chief Richard Neife Tagbo, the Ọchịnanwata of Ụmụagba in Imezi Ọwa, Enugu State. Ọchịnanwata means the one who started leading as a child. Our mission is to raise 10,000 next-generation Igbo speakers. But we cannot do that if we are afraid to admit what we lack. Today, we learn why naming your hunger is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of survival. This is day 4 of our foundation week, the emergence. The year is 1967. The War Hospital at Abiriba, now Abia State. My father is 23 years old, a medical laboratory technician. He had just earned a scholarship to study in England, but the Biafra Nigerian War erupted and his ticket to the future was put on hold. He kept his scholarship and travel papers strapped to his body throughout the war, physical proof of a promise made at 9 years old. He had been on his feet for 18 hours. The smell of antiseptic, pain and exhaustion is everywhere. A student nurse from Umbise named Mary Joan Machukwudaku, though everyone called her Molly, notices him swaying beside an exam table. She asks, "Idemma, are you okay?" They had been walking side by side for weeks, tending to wounded soldiers and civilians. She had been watching him, not just as a colleague. There was something there. My father's pride tells him to say yes, that he was okay. But his soul knows better. He speaks the truth. Agụụ na-agụ m, mana ọrụ dị. I am hungry, but there is work to do. Molly doesn't argue. She reaches into her bag and hands him a small package of boiled yam. Likely her own lunch. Rienria, she says, eat this food. The work will wait for you. Ọrụ ga-echere gị. He ate because he named the hunger. And because he named it, someone could help him survive to keep his promise. They both survived that war. They moved to England together, completed their studies, built their careers, and started the family that brings me to this microphone today. He moved from orphan to scholar to chief because he never stopped asking the way. He paid it forward, helping as many people as he could throughout his life. As a university academic, his entire career was built on research because he never stopped asking questions and finding solutions. Onye, ajụjụ, anaghị. This leads us to the scholar's spark. In Igbo culture, expressing need is how the community, including the ụmụnna and ụmụada, functions. In his 1965 work, The Igbo of Southeast Nigeria, the scholar Victor Uchendu writes about the ụmụnna as a web of shared responsibility. Uchendu explains that no one is meant to carry their burdens alone. Kin are expected to share each other's weight. My father's life was the ụmụnna or kinsmen in action. From Uncle Godialo paying his school fees to Molly sharing her yam in a war zone, his story proves that vulnerability is the gateway to community. When you speak your need, you give your people the opportunity to love you. In Igbo, we say, mmadụ bụchi onye, or mmadụ bụchi ibe ya. A human being is another's God. It reminds us that how we respond to one another can either save a life or silence one. And when you refuse to speak, you deny your community the chance to rise with you. Your people will ensure you do not lose your way. Let's build your drops for today. In these sentences, we will learn how to name 3 physical states: hunger, thirst, and tiredness. Number 1. Agụụ na-agụ m. I am hungry. Agụụ na-agụ m. Repeat after me. Agụụ na-agụ m. Again. Agụụ na-agụ m. Number 2. Mmiri na-agụ m. Mmiri na-agụ m. I am thirsty. Repeat after me. Mmiri na-agụ m. Again. Mmiri na-agụ m. Number 3. Ike gwụrụ m. Ike gwụrụ m. I am tired. Say it with me. Ike gwụrụ m. Again. Ike gwụrụ m. In the Igbo language, you don't have hunger like a possession. It is an external force that acts upon you. To say Agụụ na-agụ is to admit you are ready to be fed. Food for thought. Consider the hunger in your own life. It might not be for food. It might be a hunger for your heritage, a hunger to make a change, or a hunger to finally speak the language of your fathers. By being here today, you are naming that hunger. You are saying, I am ready to be fed. Mmadụ bụ chi onye. Mmadụ bụ chi ibe ya. A human being is another's God. How we respond to one another can either nourish a life or diminish it. What are you to the people around you? In your Foundation Week workbook, you will find activities for both adults and children, centered around the heart of the Igbo home, the kitchen. Download it at learnigbonow.com. And if you feel a deep hunger to master this language, our Igbo learning community is the table where we feast together. You can join our one-year program at learnigbonow.com. It is starting in a few days. Last year, I lost my father, and 5 months later, my mother, Molly. I still hear them saying, "Jisie ike," keep going, continue the mission. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds the oke osimiri mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. Abụ m nwanne gị nwanyị, Yvonne Mbanefo. I am your sister, Yvonne Mbanefo. Ka chi gị duo gị ọfụma taa. May your chi guide you well today. Ya gaziere gị. May it go well for you.